everybody, it's Cathryn from In the Pink Designs. My project today is a box that measures 3 1/4 by 3 1/4 by 1 inch, and it opens like this. And inside I have 3 fun size candy bars and one of the Whack-A-Pack balloons from Dollar Tree. You smack them and it pops out, and there's like a little decoration in there for them to hang up. So it fits a good amount of things in there. I used the Silly Goose stamp set for this image here, along with the Country Bouquet stamp set for this and the small heart there, and the sentiment. Alrighty, along with the Country Bouquet punch. I used the Country Floral Lane Designer Series paper and the Stylish Shapes dies to cut this out. Alright, this is my new host code. Please put that in if you're going to purchase from me and spend under $150. I would appreciate that. Alright, so we need a piece of Balmy Blue cardstock that is 9 1/2 by 7 1/4. Some basic white for stamping. We need 2 pieces of the Country Floral Lane DSP that are 3 by 3, and 4 pieces that are 3 by 3/4 of an inch. Okay, let me get my Simply Scored, and we're going to start on the 9 1/2 inch side, and we're going to score at 1, 4 1/4, 5 1/4, and at 8 1/2. Then we're going to turn it to the 7 1/4 inch side, and we're going to score at 1, 2, 5 1/4, and 6 1/4. Okay. Now while I'm folding and burnishing the lines, there is a new stamp set and die set and a whole bunch. It's a suite. It has some paper and embellishments also that is available for demonstrators right now, and it will be available for customers in March. So if you were to join my team, you would get first pick pre-order of all the catalogs basically, but especially the ones that are Stampin' Up is now going to be releasing online exclusive things every once in a while, and you will be able to order them before. I will show you a little bit. I will talk about the joining offer that's only good till February 28th in a little bit. Alright, so we have this sitting here. There's 2 1-inch strips on the top, 2 on the bottom, and 1 on each side, so you can put it either way. Okay, and this is what we're going to do. Alright, so we're going to start on the left hand side. We're going to count to the 2nd score line, and we're going to cut it to the 2nd score line. And then we're going to get rid of these 4 pieces, 2 squares and 2 rectangles. Okay. Then we're going to go to the next score line, cut it to the 2nd score line, get rid of this square on the bottom, and wedge each side of the square we left. Okay, then we're going to go to the next score line, cut it to the 2nd score line, get rid of this square on the bottom, and wedge the square that's left. Okay, now we're going to turn it to the other side of the long side, and we're going to start on the left again, and we're going to go to the 1st score line, cut it to the 2nd score line, get rid of the square on the bottom, and wedge each side of the square that's left. Okay, oops, go to the next score line, cut it to the 2nd score line, next score line, cut it to the 2nd score line, get rid of the square on the bottom, and then wedge each side of the one that's left. Okay, now we're going to get rid of all of this here. So it's 2 rectangles and 2 squares. So we're just going to cut that off. And that's what your cardstock should look like after you're done scoring it and cutting it. Okay, now I'm going to get some liquid glue, and we're going to start on the left-hand side. And I'm going to put glue on the tabs right here. And I'm going to take the score line on the top of the tab and make it straight with the side of the inside rectangle. Okay, and then I'm going to do the next 2 tabs. And we're going to attach the tabs to the other side of the same rectangle. The score line on the tabs straight with the side of the rectangle. Make sure everything is nice and straight, and then just hold it there. You could use tear and tape too. It's a little bit easier, but sometimes I really like the glue. Really sticks the best long term. Okay, and that's your box. Okay, now we need our DSP. We need 2 pieces that are 3 by 3. This is Country Floral Lane DSP. And 4 pieces that are 3 by 3/4. And the big pieces are going to go on the top and on the inside of the top flap. And then all of the small ones are going to go on all 4 sides. Actually, make sure though that this is closed. You don't want to put it in here. You want to put it on the outside of this one, and then the other 4 sides. All right, and I'm going to use liquid glue for that. Okay, and I did what I told you not to do. I put the DSP on the inside. So what I suggest you do before you put your DSP on is to put your closure, I have the low profile adhesive Velcro dots, but you could tie a ribbon this way if you don't want to put the Velcro dot on. But that will remind you not to put your DSP on the inside of the front side. All right, so I'm going to take one of these and I'm going to put it right in the middle of the top here, this edge. And then I'm going to put the other side on top of it, adhesive out. And then I'm just going to make sure that everything is closed evenly and nicely. And just give it a good press, and then gently open it and reinforce those. Okay. All right, now I'll put, see, these are the packs that I get. There are 4-pack, and they call them Whack-A-Pack balloons. My family loves these. They're not kids anymore, but we all love to do one every holiday that they have them. Okay. So they give you the actual balloon pack that you just smack and it eventually pops out of the wrapper, and a little piece of trim that you can tie. There's a hole in the top of the balloon. And then I'm putting my Snickers, Milky Way, and Kit Kat in, so they'll all fit. You could actually put a double layer of like Kit Kats if you don't want to put it, if you just want to put snacks in there. All right, now we'll let that dry and we're going to do some stamping. So first let's do the Goose. I'm using Tuxedo Black Ink. Ooh, there's a little hair there. Okay, and just leave enough room to cut your rectangle out. Great. All right, and now I'm going to use this die from the Rectangle Stitch Dies. It's actually a rectangle that is 2 3/8 by 2 3/8. And I'm just going to center it in here. And then I'm going to take some low-tack tape and just put it down. Okay, and then I'm going to cut around it, and I'm going to show you the mini machine. Now you can get this mini machine in the joining bonus right now. This is mine. It's got some stains on it because I've used it. But you can either get this one or the pretty blue one with the joining offer. If you spend $129, you get $175 worth of Stampin' Up! Products that you pick, plus one of these mini cutting machines. Or you can just do the $99 for $175 worth of product and you don't pick a machine. So, okay, so we're going to put number 1 and a number 2 down, then our die face down, and then number 2 on top, and then we're just going to cut it out. Okay. And it fits. I have to say that 90% of the dies that I use are less than 3 inches wide, so I rarely have to go to a big machine. The embossing folders or any large die is only usually when I have to go. All right, and that is our image. Okay, now we need more of this, and we're going to do two of the images from Country Bouquet. We're going to use this one, and we're going to do it with Balmy Blue. Although we're going to do all of it with Balmy Blue, because we really just want the bottom one, but I'll save the top for another project. Okay, so let's get the Country Bouquet punch, and I'm just going to punch these out. Okay, so we just need this little heart here, and I'll save this heart for another project. Okay, now we need this open heart in Balmy Blue also. And then the sentiment for you, I'm also going to do in the middle of this in Balmy Blue. And then we can just cut that out also. All right. So we have everything we need. Now we're just going to do some coloring. I'm using light and dark Balmy Blue, light smoky slate and a color lifter, light and dark pumpkin pie, light granny apple green, and light polished pink. So let's start with light Balmy Blue, and I'm going to do the water here. And it doesn't have to be a complete good line on the bottom. I'm just going to make it kind of messy. Okay, and then with the dark, well, first of all, let's use light polished pink, and I'm going to do the polka dots on the tube. Okay, then I'm going to use dark Balmy Blue for the rest of the tube. Okay. Also with dark Balmy Blue, I'm going to do the hat band. And then I'm going to fill in the rest of the hat with light Balmy Blue. Okay. All right. For the duck, I'm going to just put a line on the back of the neck here, just a line right next to the edge, along the bottom, in the bottom of the little feathers at the back, and along this wing line. And then I'm just going to take the color lifter And I'm just going to try to just get on the inside and just kind of soften up that line a little bit. Okay. All right. Now for the frog, I'm using light granny apple green. Not his eyes. I'm going to leave his eyes white. Okay. And for the beak, I'm going to use first light pumpkin pie, and then I'm just going to put a line of dark pumpkin pie on the bottom, and then just kind of blend it out a little bit. There we go. Okay, and for the leaves, I'm going to use light granny apple green. And for the flowers, light petal pink. Nope, I'm sorry, light polished pink. Gets confusing with the rhyming. Oh, I missed one of those. Oh, no, I didn't. I got it. Okay, and that's it. Okay, there's close-ups on my blog also if you wanted. That's linked below. All right, now we need our box. Make sure which one's the front. And I'm just going to put this down with dimensionals. I'm just going to put this right down in the middle. All right, now for the For You, we're going to have it go right here. So we need a mini dimensional right there. And then I'm going to put a little bit of liquid glue over here, spread it out a bit, and then, oops, right there. Okay, and then the little heart I'm going to put at the bottom. Oops, I need a little bit more glue at the tip here. Ooh, that was a lot. That's all right because it'll get covered up by this one. Yeah. Okay, and we need a mini dimensional right here. And another little bit of glue. I'm just going to put that right there. And for the final touch, I'm going to use some Iridescent Rhinestone Basic Jewels. And I'm going to put a large one right up there, a small one down here, and a small one up over here on the big heart. And that's it. I hope you enjoyed this. If you have any questions on this project or on joining my team, I would love to have you. And there's no obligation. You don't have to continue. You can just let your 3 months expire, but you do get the 20% discount for the entire 3 months. Alrighty? Okay, my shop is linked below. Please use the host code if you're going to buy anything under $150. And of course, there's a link to my blog that has all the measurements. Have a great day, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.